Welcome back, everybody. Glad to see everybody. New subscribers, y'all been kicking ass. I'm jumping up, I don't know, 5 or 6 a night. It doesn't seem like a lot, but for me, that's pretty darn good. We get to 1,000, I'm going to have a drawing. We're going to give away a air pistol. Just shook the cameras. Let's talk 1911s today. We're going to talk about real ones and not real ones. So let's see here. So we're going to start with this one. And I think the best way to start off with is to get weights on all of them. So you guys can kind of compare. So let's tear this thing out. And let's see here. Number one. I have this in ounces. It weighs 39.76 ounces. Pretty heavy. Let's weigh this one. This one's 24 ounces, quite a bit lighter. Well, let's see. This one's 33 ounces. About the same as that one. This one's 32 as well. So that gives you some idea of the weight. The feel and the operation of each one of these is all the same. If you put them like this and look at them, you see they're about the same size. I'm going to put this one down here. Would you know the difference? Same size. Same size. Same size. The reason I'm going over this is these airsoft pistols and BB guns today are built to the standards of a regular 1911 for the most part in terms of fit, finish, looks, operation, whatever. Now, you say to yourselves, why would you need any of that if you got the real things? And I agree with you 1000%. I rarely ever shoot these. But I recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's and I'm having some issues on my left side. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys that are gun enthusiasts are familiar with the Mantis system. I ran to get it. That's it right there. Basically a little computer, and it links to your phone or your tablet. Okay. The lightest gun in the bunch is this one. This is a Kimber 22 target. Believe it or not, this is a 22 caliber long rifle. It's clear. Fun gun to shoot, but it's all aluminum construction. This is a Dan Wesson. It's very heavy. This was the heaviest of the bunch. Very accurate, very expensive, 1911. This is a Witness 1911 by, I can't see, Tanfolia, whatever it's called. At any rate, again, very heavy. This one interests me the most. And this one has some airsoft in it, so I'm going to take those out. It is clear. The action on this is super. So my thought process is you can use this Mantis with either dry firing or live firing. It doesn't matter. It will do either or. This one happens to have a Picatinny rail on it. This gun was about $150 all in. So what I'm going to do is put this on this rail system here. And they're a little tight. and it'll take a little finesse to get it on there, but I've had it on there before, and I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys with that. But the neat thing about this is you lose one thing, you gain another. So let me explain myself. You're aiming basically at something on the wall and or a target. Mantis does both, where you can have it watching your shots or whatever, but it's also going to tell you if you're in the center whether or not you're shooting at a light switch or whatever you're shooting at. So it's all about your form and everything else. What I like about this is, of course, I'd have none of these in here, or you can take it outside and do it with them in there. It doesn't matter. You get the recoil each time you shoot the gun. Now, do you have to drop it each time? If you have an empty mag, yes, you do. It won't function without the mag in it. But with my hand being the way it is, racking a Glock, racking anything else with a Picatinny rail on the bottom is a challenge. Where this is going to give me the simulated recoil of the basic gun. The other thing is, you can see this is not red on the end. I colored that in with a Sharpie. It annoyed the shit out of me. And everybody goes, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh my God, you're going to get shot. You're going to, they're going to." Well, a cop isn't going to look for that red end. I'm going to tell you. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt. They're looking at the gun this day and age. They're going home at night. And I don't blame them. And any court that convicts them for shooting somebody with a toy gun is fucked up. Because the bottom line is, you don't need to have these out on the street. Whether it's a toy or not, you need to be in your backyard or someplace or range, whatever. You don't need to be wheeling this outside and popping your guys down the street, your buddies or whatever you're going to be doing. It's just not worth it. It's always saying nothing good happens after 1 in the morning. Well, that philosophy goes for this. Nothing good happens if you don't pay attention to what in the hell you're doing. So I'm a big advocate of not treating these any different than you treat a real firearm, period. So the neat thing is you put this on here, and I wish I can get it on so I can show you guys. But it's got to be stretched out a little bit because it's so damn tight. And I can't do it here with my hands the way they are. But at any rate, my big thing is I wanted to show you guys there's literally no difference in these guns except for what ammunition you're feeding through it, whether it's live rounds, airsoft, or BB. So be cautious of that. But I think it's a great training tool. And you can get these in a million different varieties. You can get Glock, you can get SIG, you can get anything you want to do to emulate whatever gun you're shooting. Basically, the most popular ones are going to be out there for you guys to get, which is going to be a neat thing. You can have these to train with. I have a small target set up on the side of the house. It's about 12 feet, and I got a box that catches all the pellets and the BBs. That's where I think this is going to really shine. I'm going to go to the airsoft store today because I'll be damned if I can figure out how to load these in any reasonable fashion. This is worse than loading any gun magazine that I've ever seen in my whole life. I mean, it's a major pain in the ass, and these little fuckers are everywhere. I mean, they're rolling around. The dogs are chasing them. It's a pain in the butt. But I just wanted to bring that out, give you a suggestion on that. I mean, it's a pretty cheap training aid because I think these are all around the $150 or $200 less range. You're going to spend more on the Mantis, basically, is where we're at. But it does give you the recoil. I'm wondering, and I need to do some investigating because there's probably some guns out there that are like that are trainable, reactionable, real deal, will cycle and everything else with the Mantis system. I know they make one for the ARs that they've come up with. That's pretty cool. Wanted to say thank you for subscribing. Newcomers, I appreciate it. I've had a really dynamic month with the subs, getting a bunch of good feedback. I'm really trying to get into the knife community and the gun community. and bring information to you guys that you find valuable. What Dugan thinks across the board, Instagram, so forth. Find me anywhere. Again, I really appreciate your efforts in helping me out here. Have a great weekend.